So in this brief presentation, I'm going to show you why your home didn't sell and why you aren't selling it right now. I noticed that you haven't relisted your property, which chances are that means you've changed your plans a little bit. And what I want to show you is a secret source that you can utilize to find the next place you'd want to move to. So many times if someone takes their home off the market, it's because they just no longer want to sell. I want to show you a better option to go ahead and sell your property now and find your next dream home. So what we're going to cover during this brief presentation is really two things here. Number one, why so many homes don't sell the first time around. I think a lot of people mistakenly believe that just because they're putting their home on the market, it's actually going to sell. And as you've seen, that's certainly not the case. It all depends on how it's marketed, how it's exposed to the general public. And then number two, how you can sell for top dollar and find your next dream home. And I think that's really the big key factor for you here is you might think that next home doesn't exist. I'm going to show you that it does. So, a lot of people, when they're thinking about selling their house, they'll automatically say, oh yeah, my home's going to sell really quickly. Every home I've ever had sold in 3 days. We could sell this thing on our own if we wanted to. I know that with the market being as hot as it is, as soon as we put our home on the market, it's going to sell quickly. Well, for a lot of people, yourself included, sometimes that becomes a little disheartening when you see that doesn't happen. So what I want to show you here is a better approach to get your property sold, but more importantly, how you can find the next property you're moving to if your previous plans have fallen apart. So, the reason most homes don't sell is a lot of real estate agents here load the home on Zillow, they load it on the MLS, and then they just wait for it to sell. And the fact is that's a recipe for disaster. It's going to, if you've got your home underpriced, of course it's going to sell. But if you're really trying to get top dollar for your home, sometimes that's not enough. And you've got to use what we call a target marketing approach. And the fact is, there's a good chance that when you were originally looking to sell, I know it's been several months ago now, there's a good chance your previous plans have fallen apart. Wherever you were going to move, wherever you want to relocate to, those plans fell apart. Well, the fact is, you can choose your next home with confidence. And I'm going to show you how to do that because we can actually get you access today to pre-market properties or unlisted properties that match exactly what you're looking for and nobody else knows they're for sale. So you've heard the term before, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? So the secret approach that works so well for selling your home can actually do the exact same thing for helping you in buying your next home. The very same thing that sells your home for top dollar can also find your next home as an unlisted or a pre-market property. And you'll want to write this term down. It's what we call target marketing. So as an example, your current house, the home you live in now that you've been looking to sell. As you know, there's a very specific type of buyer that's likely to be interested in your home, what we call the most opportune buyer, right? A certain family size, a certain age demographic, a certain income for qualification purposes, certain things about your home that there's amenities, particular type of people would be interested in your home. So if you have a real estate agent that targets that type of buyer, there's a higher likelihood you'll not only sell, but sell for more money. Now, when you switch that over to the buy side, if I know exactly what you're looking for, if you could wave a magic wand and tell me exactly what type of home your family would want to move to, even though you think it's nearly impossible to find that perfect house, I'll bet you our target marketing approach can find it. As a matter of fact, we could find every single one of them in this area or any area throughout the United States. And I'm going to show you that in just a moment here. So it's what we call a target marketing approach. If we were selling your house, because obviously we're real estate agents here, we would look for the targeted people that would be most likely to buy your house. Well, when we're looking for the next home for you, we're looking for the targeted house that's a perfect fit. So if you have to have a fenced yard, it has to be in a certain school district, you have to be in a certain neighborhood, whatever that criteria is, we have a target marketing approach that will find unlisted homes. What that means is we're not looking on the MLS. We can get you pre-market properties so you're the only one that knows they're for sale. Now, there's no secret in today's world, the market is hotter than it's ever been before. That's great for selling, but it's bad for buying. I can't tell you how many homeowners I meet with here throughout the Columbus area where their home was on the market, but they kept having to write contingent offers on their next house, and somebody else came in without the contingency and their dreams fell apart. Eventually, they took their home off the market. So maybe that sounds familiar to you. It's great to have a hot market when you're selling, but it's very tough to have a hot market when you're buying. What we do with our Dream Home Finder approach, which by the way is totally free of charge to you, what we do with our Dream Home Finder approach is we put you in a category of one, meaning you're the only buyer that knows that home's for sale. They're willing to take a contingency so that you can get your current home sold. You don't have to rush, and you get a much better deal on the home because there's not multiple offers driving that price up. So it's the right way to buy a home. And most importantly, it's a home that fits your family's needs. So it's what we call our Dream Home Finder approach. A lot of people are surprised to know that the best homes oftentimes never make it on the open market. So if you have a search set up on Zillow or through various realtors where it's sending you emails every time a new listing pops up, you'll probably never see the best houses. There's a good chance that the type of home you want is highly desirable, which means everyone wants it. And that drives up the price and it drives down availability. There's just not much available out there, which can make you create a mistake of, I think I'll stay where I'm at. Well, how long do you want to stay until where you're at? Until the market's no longer at a peak? Until the value of your house is down? Probably not a good idea. You want to sell your home when the market's at a peak, particularly if you can get a home off peak where there's not tons and tons of tons of buyers looking at that property. So you deciding to wait can hurt you drastically on the financial side of things. We all have heard before, you got to sell high. Well, if you can sell high, but you have an opportunity to also buy low, that's the spread that makes sense for you to be able to sell your property right now. So this is why they rarely come available. Everybody's looking for the same kind of home. Why would they need to put it on the MLS? They're usually sold pre-market. Those types of properties, the desirable homes, they're never available or rarely available on the open market. A target marketing specialist can help you before you even commit to selling your current home. Now, you heard that correct. You should be shopping for houses before you relist your house. You should be working with a target marketing specialist that will go out and find you homes to consider before you are 100% committed to make a move at all. You should not relist your house right now unless you feel really good that we're going to find that next property for you. So while you may have canceled your plans, I'm sure that that would change for you if you found your absolute dream home, right? And what does it hurt to take a peek? It's totally free of charge. Our team obviously does all of the marketing. You tell us exactly what you're looking for. We'll go out and find those homeowners. Well, why would we do that for free? Because we're a real estate agent. We get a commission from the seller when we find that property. So it's perfect for you as a buyer to utilize that access at no cost to you. So the way we find off-market properties, and I want to explain this to you so you can kind of be encouraged to get back into the market and find most likely a better home than you had in the first place. I can't tell you how many homeowners we've met with that they say, we're so happy the last deal fell out. Now we found the home that we love here. So if you could wave a magic wand, what would be exactly what if you could paint the perfect picture of a house? What area is it? What neighborhood is it? What price range? What certain amenities? What does the floor plan look like? Is it on acreage or is it a smaller property? Is there a fenced yard? The more you can describe that perfect property to us, the better we can do in finding that next home for you, even before you make any commitment whatsoever to sign any piece of paper. You don't need to list your current house right now. You don't have to worry about that stuff. Okay, so what we do is we go out and we find a handful of matches for you. So we utilize our target marketing approach to find what we call pre-market properties. Essentially, we have marketing we send out that says, I have a buyer that's looking in your area. So they contact us and they say, well, we've been thinking about selling, but we haven't staged it and it's not ready yet and it's not decluttered. But if you got somebody, I suppose I would sell it. It's a lot more convenient that way. Now you're the only buyer that knows it's for sale. So we utilize our target marketing approach to find these properties in certain areas, specific school districts, particular neighborhoods you might be interested in, specific style of home or amenities that you're looking for, and even hard to find properties. I know when I was looking for a property, I said, I don't even know if this thing exists. I don't know if we can find the perfect fit. I would love for you to challenge our team with finding that, because I think you'll be very impressed when you have a target marketing specialist that's helping you out. So when that happens, when we get a handful of properties for you, you're the only one that knows that those homes are for sale. You know, the fact is there's nothing worse than competing in a multiple offer situation, which just drives the price up and you may not even get the home over asking price. I'm sure you've been there before. So you can get the perfect house at a much lower price if you utilize our Dream Home Finder program. And best of all, you can casually look around with absolutely no obligation to make a move or even to list your current home again. I know you were on the market before and I know what a hassle that was and you had a bad experience. I'd love to show you a whole lot better way by first of all getting you to fall in love with your next place and then being able to use a target marketing approach to sell your current home fast and sell it for top dollar. And two things. First of all, it's free of charge. That's best of all, right? It costs you absolutely nothing for that Dream Home Finder service. And thing number two is we can do this anywhere in the United States. If you're relocating to Pittsburgh, if you're relocating to Dallas, we work with thousands of agents around the country that do the exact same thing. And what I mean by that is you can look at unlisted or pre-market properties before you commit to making a move at all. I think you'll be very impressed with what you can find. So again, it works all over the United States. We offer the Dream Home Finder everywhere. And I personally work with everyone that's moving local here, but we would partner with thousands of agents around the country. We've got lots of agents we work with that offer the exact same program, and they can get you access to pre-market properties no matter where you're looking to move. So I think you'll find it incredibly helpful for you. But the goal is, you know, for the real goal for you should be to get motivated again, to jump back into the market. While the market's at a peak, this is the time for you to sell. Don't wait on values to go down again on your current property. That doesn't make sense. Let's sell high and see if we can buy under market value. That's the advantage with the Dream Home Finder. So again, you can capitalize on the peak in market prices right now. If you can capitalize on the value of your current property, you can easily look around at a few off-market or pre-market homes with absolutely no cost and absolutely no obligation on your part. You may be shocked at the current value of your home, as well as the quality of pre-market homes that we can specifically locate for you. So here's how the process works. I want to show you the kind of the 4-step process here. Number one, we'd first have a quick phone conversation to talk about what the perfect outcome would be for you and your family. Again, with the magic wand, this is exactly how you'd like it laid out. I want to find that out over the phone. I can find out exactly what type of home you're looking for, the ideal area, the ideal price range, exactly what you want. Number three, if appropriate, I can even take a 5-minute walkthrough of your current home to determine the actual value and net proceeds that you can anticipate from the sale. So we'll take a 5-minute walkthrough. We'll know this is how much it's worth, and here's exactly how much you would net if you decide to move forward with this. And then number four, my team will start finding houses for you that match exactly what you're looking for. And you can take a peek at those homes with absolutely no obligation to ever make a move. I really feel like if I can get you to fall in love with another house, you'll have that motivation again. Your family will finally make that move that you were originally anticipating doing. So the question is, are you going to be the next success story? You know, selling and shopping for your next home, it's fun when you're going about it the right way, when you're finding the right properties, and when you have somebody that understands how to negotiate on your behalf to get those better deals out there. It's so much fun. So what I'd like to offer you is a free 15-minute phone call to show you exactly how that process would work. And more importantly, find out, what is your dream house? What are you looking for? It's going to be different for everybody. I'd love to find out what that is. And frankly, if you challenge my team, I think we'll find you an awful lot of properties that are a perfect fit for you. So what I want you to do is, while you're watching this video, grab your phone right now, call me at the number below. You'll reach me directly. Obviously, I'm a real estate agent right here in Central Ohio. I think you'll find that we can do a very good job of finding the perfect house for you. Most importantly, get you back on the horse here, ready to make a move, sell your current home and move to that dream home. So let's talk about your options. Maybe it's a little different than what we talked about today. Give me a quick shout. Let's talk about it for a few minutes. I think you'll find we can put something together for you. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye for now.